Hey guys, the Super Review Show here for a TV season review. I have not done one of these in a long time. The last time I did it was, I think, when Daredevil season 1 first came on to Netflix. Anyways, this is the show where I watch a whole season of a show, and I basically break it down for you. So not episode by episode, but just the overall arc of the show. So as the title of this video suggests, I literally just finished watching all of Peacemaker with John Cena for the first time, literally today, March 12th. And I'm a little late on it. I mean, I've been busy outside of doing other things with the Super Review Show, but I have been wanting to get a hold of this for a long time, and I want to check out this show, and oh my God. First things first, my initial impressions right off the bat: do not watch the show with your kids under the age of 10. This show is violent, it is sexual, it is gritty, it is like a hard R TV show. Like, try to imagine the Suicide Squad film we got, which is, I'll get to in a second. Try to imagine the Suicide Squad film that we got back in 2021, last year. And it's a sequel series to that show for HBO Max. So, and it involves our Peacemaker and his life and whatnot. But I gotta tell you the truth. This show it was incredible. The story made sense for the purpose they were telling, and everything worked out really, really, really well for this show. And obviously they renewed it for a second season. I'm very excited now to see that second season, because this first season was incredible. So right off the bat, John Cena. First, just a couple key points. John Cena. You know, there's a couple actors that are born to play certain roles. John Cena is born to play Peacemaker. John Cena is just like the way Hugh Jackman is born to play Wolverine, as long as he can, and Ryan Reynolds is born to play Deadpool. This is the same thing with John Cena playing Peacemaker. Not only did I love him in Suicide Squad, but I loved him in this show. Like, this show was incredible. His role as Peacemaker was unfreaking believable. So this, as the title of this video says, there are full spoilers in this, so watch if you want. Taking place after the events of Suicide Squad 2021, the second Suicide Squad film they did. And there's a spin-off show focusing on just Peacemaker. It's about his life, going back to his small town, and basically he has to team up with a couple of people from Task Force X and Amanda Waller's daughter, in a sense. And basically, he has to stop a threat that is they don't pick on it until later, but of an alien race that can go in your body and inhabit your brain and basically control you. It's very frightening. I mean, I'm 23 years old. I was still there was some moment. I literally watched all 8 episodes today. So that being said, I was floored by what I saw. I did not expect this type of show to be greenlit, to be honest with you, but Warner Brothers loved it, and they are making a second season of it, so why not? There's a couple people I want to personally thank in this review of the season. John Cena, as I said, was born to play Peacemaker. The dude is incredible in this role. Yes, he's a WWE star. Yes, we know John Cena, whatever. This John Cena playing Peacemaker, perfect casting from the get-go in the movie and to now. He is doing an incredible job. And the second person, there's 3 people though. The second person I want to thank is James Gunn for even pitching this show to begin with. Warner Brothers apparently loved his script and ideas, so they greenlit it into 8 individual episodes. And I just want to thank James Gunn and John Cena for making the show possible and making it to what it is right now. It is so bloody violent, so incredibly graphic. There's tons of other violent stuff in it. There are some sex scenes. I try to keep my shows for kid-friendly as possible, but do not watch the show with your kids under the age of 12, really, 13 or anything. There's a lot of there's blood everywhere. There's every single other word is the F word. Every single other word is this word, that word. And I was intrigued by how much I loved this show. I mean, not only as a comic book movie-going fan, but I got to tell you, this show was unreal and completely incredible. Like everything from the story arc. I mean, next season they're gonna have a new story because this story ended at the end of the show, at the end of this episode, but at the end of this season finale. But like this is I don't want to say perfect. I don't say perfect too often, but this was a perfect 8 episodes that tied together really well, told a really solid story that you could get into and believe what's going on. The dialogue and the chemistry between all the characters was incredible. Like everything from Peacemaker being pissed off by his friend, the alien race that's involved. Like there are so much. You could definitely feel. I mean, not only because he directed them, but James Gunn as a director and a storyteller, cash that check, buddy. You did a great job on this show. Oh my god, the character interactions are incredible. The story was unbelievable. Like unreal. I was floored by the way that these characters. One of the most difficult things you can do in filmmaking is the last time I saw this was the Batman most recently and X-Men Days of Future Past. Was you don't see the actors, you see the characters, you see X-Men, you see the Batman, you see Peacemaker. This was a story about Peacemaker and his group of allies who, some of them turn on it and one of them turns on each other at some point, which is crazy. But like this show, if you have not seen Peacemaker yet, if you don't have HBO Max, do yourself a favor and just, even if you want to download it for this one show, aside from the tons of other content they have, this show alone is hysterical, violent, gritty, sexual. Like there are so many different elements I could describe this show. The one word I would use to describe it overall is incredible. This is an incredible show. Like I was going into it like, I like the promotional stuff. I like the teaser trailer for the new show. I like the posters I've seen. I like John Cena and it had stuff going for it for me. But seeing the first season like just now, and it's 5:30 right now. I literally spent the past probably 6 hours watching this show. It was incredible. I applaud Warner Brothers and DC for greenlighting a show like this as well. It's just that good of a show. From the chemistry to Robert Patrick, who played the dad, who was also in T2, by the way, just so you know, he was the bad Terminator 2. Like, there is so much in this show, but at the same time, it felt like a seasonal arc, which I like that they did. They didn't really set it up to be a follow-up season. They didn't set it up to have a second season. They set it up, very loosely. But in reality, they didn't. They kind of capped it at the end of the show, and that's what I like. I talk often about the Twilight Zone, about why I love that show, is that every single week you could tune into a different episode, and it would be a completely different story from the previous week. This is the same thing, but with the show. And the only other show I could think of that does like a seasonal arc, and then the next season is going to be like the same set of characters or possibly different characters as well, doing similar things, is American Horror Story. I love the anthology type of show where like you could literally, it's one show, but you could play I'm speechless. I'm like going crazy right now. This show deserves everything it gets from the users, the critic rating, everything about it. It deserves it. It's that good of a show, guys. It's that good. I know, like I said, I know I'm late to the party. I know I haven't seen Peacemaker until now, but get on it. It is just that good of a show. Like, you have to see this show. Even if you're not a DC fan, if you want to get into certain characters or certain elements, get a load of this show. Just get HBO Max, because they have a ton of other DC shows as well and other movies as well. But this show just made my level. It made my level for the DC universe moving forward, especially on TV now, just skyrocket sky high. Am I freaking out a little bit? Yes. Is my hair messed up a little bit? Yes. But overall, guys, this show is violent. It is incredible. James Gunn deserves every ounce of gratitude and respect he gets from this show. The dude is incredibly talented for even pitching this and Warner Brothers liking it to put on HBO Max. So I'm looking forward to Peacemaker Season 2. I cannot wait to see that season. And look for our Season 2 review of The Peacemaker come whenever it comes out. on the Super Review Show, guys. I mean, truth be told, I'm not a big TV season reviewer like guy. I'm really not. I mean, I'll watch. I might watch something. I might not. Who knows? But I haven't. It takes me a lot to like binge watch a show. Like the last thing I binge watched was like Arrow, and I watched all of that at one point. That took a long time, of course, but still. So, bottom line, watch Peacemaker. It's an incredible series with John Cena starring in the lead role. The dude is a flippin' legend. He is awesome as this character. He kicks ass in every sense of the word. He shoots guns. He blows stuff up. It's incredible. The effects in the show, too, are great. So I could talk about the show literally for another hour. It's so good. I highly recommend you check it out. And so there's my quick season 1 review of The Peacemaker. I guess I'm a little late, forgive me, but I do have a life outside of doing this, which I love doing, but I do have a life outside of this. And I was floored by this show. What do you think? Jump down in the comment section below and share your love of this show. If you haven't seen this show yet, like, why are you wasting your time watching me? Go watch this show. It's that good. Am I freaking out a little bit? Yes, I'm going nuts. I literally just finished watching it just now. So that's why I believe you should watch Peacemaker. So I know it's I left out some major details, but I wanted to give you. That's why I still put spoilers though, because there's some details I had to put in there. Anyways, I digress. What do you think? Jump down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on this. Share this video. Hit the bell. Whatever you gotta do. But for all of your TV season reviews, which there will be more, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. The J-Man off the rock. We'll see you later.